My name is Rachel Reisner. I'm a certified professional pet sitter in Montreal, Canada. I specialize in cats and small cage animals like rabbits, guinea pigs, and hamsters. And my business name is Cats and Hamsters. In light of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, I thought I would share with you some of my personal experiences with wearing a cotton face mask. I have worn cotton face masks for a long time before the pandemic because particularly when I scoop cat litter boxes, because I found that if I were scooping a lot of litter boxes, say in a very busy day, maybe I'm scooping like 20, sometimes it feels like 30 or 50 cat litter boxes in a day, that if I wasn't wearing a face mask, I would be smelling that kitty litter for the rest of the day, all night. I found that when I was wearing a face mask that it really helped to cut down on that problem. Just keep in mind that I am a professional pet sitter. I'm not a medical professional. This is not medical advice. These are not guidelines on how to protect yourself from COVID-19. This is just me sharing my experiences with fit and comfortability and practicality with wearing a face mask. Actually, I kind of think that I suspect that we're going to start moving towards face shields. But at the moment, it seems like everyone's wearing or trying to wear or being told to wear a face mask. So I thought I would just share my own experiences. Hopefully this might help people who are thinking of getting them or trying to make them and are having some design problems. So there's quite a big range of what you can find with face masks. Unfortunately, I have not attempted to make my own. I just don't have that sewing capabilities. So I've bought quite a number of different models because I just wanted to try them out. I tend to have a big head, so I just wanted to make sure that I could find one that was, or different models that would work the best for me and my business, especially if I'm in someone's apartment that doesn't have air conditioning in the summer. And it's like you don't want to touch your face, even before the pandemic, when you're scooping litter boxes, because it's like once you start working, you're not taking anything off until you wash your hands. So that was good training for the pandemic because I do have natural gloves in my cat bag, and I do have experience wearing face masks. So I thought I would just share some of the models that I have with me with varying orders of preferences. Okay, so the first ones are failures. I decided that at the start of the pandemic, I wanted to order some more face masks because I was wondering, I wasn't quite sure what it was going to be with schools and things. So I wanted to make sure I had a lot of face masks just in case I need to wear them all day, every day. So these I bought from an Etsy seller that is local to Montreal. I have a feeling though that this person may not be as experienced with making face masks. Maybe, I mean, this was a number of weeks ago, so it could be that she's evolved and improved her design. But the ones that she sent me are not my favorite masks. So I'll model each mask and then I'll tell you what I like and don't like about them. Okay, so the number one thing I don't like about this mask is that the material that the seamstress used to make the mask. I mean, this stuff feels very waterproof. It's kind of like the kind of material you would use on a waterproof mattress pad or on washable diapers, because it just feels really waterproof. And the trouble is that when I'm wearing it, I can't even breathe. So it's protecting me not only from like droplets and dust, but also from air and oxygen that I need to survive. So that's one thing that makes it not my favorite mask. Another issue is that I found that the masks that I've worn over the years, the ones that often have issues are with the ear straps, because if you can see, this is a very wide elastic, and I'm just not sure if this elastic is actually the best for ear straps for face masks just because they slide off really easily. Maybe I have small ears, but I think my ears are just relatively average sized and shaped. But I find these just literally just pop off my face. So when you're outside and you don't want to touch your face, you don't want to have a mask that you have to constantly adjust because it keeps coming off. Another thing is that she didn't take into account the nose bridge. So there's like a lot of gaps right at the nose. And so this fit just isn't so great. And also I can never tell which side is up and which side is down. It's sized differently. So I'm not quite sure. I think maybe this side is up. So all these things go into why this is my least favorite face mask of all the ones I have, reusable ones, because it's just not practical. You want a face mask that you can breathe through so that you're comfortable, especially in the summer, because you just don't want to have to touch your face to constantly redo your face mask, especially if you've been scooping kitty litter before you've washed your hands. This mask came from the same Etsy seller, and this material that she used is a lot more breathable. So I'm not quite sure. Once again, this is not medical advice. I can't speak to how effective this is at protecting you from COVID-19. I'm just talking about how comfortable they are and how they work for me. So the thing about this face mask is it's kind of thin, so it's only 2 layers, and also while the material is much more breathable, it's kind of like the material on the outside is like the kind that you use to make a dress from. It does still have the ear popping problem with these ear flaps. I guess I'll model it as well. But it's kind of funny how it's this kind of the same, but it's her design was just slightly different with the 2 different ones. So I can't even get it on. So that's an issue. Yeah, okay, so that's an issue. When you get a face mask, you want to make sure that it's not going to constantly pop off your face, because you don't want to have to adjust it before you've washed your hands. You don't want to have to do that. You want a face mask that's just going to stay on your face and you don't have to touch it until you're ready to take it off. Also, like the other one, there's no indication of which side is up. And kind of, yeah, my family's all around me here because we're all stuck together with the isolation. But anyway, so you don't know which side is up. So that's an issue because it's cut in such a way that one side is up, but you can't tell which side is up. So that doesn't make it as practical. When you're just reaching for it, you want to just go inside the store, say, and you're like, so how do I put this on again? No, wait, no, I put it on this way. No, now it's this way. So these are why these are my least favorite masks, because the fit isn't good. It's just not practical, but I keep them around anyway because I paid money for it. So I figure I'm just gonna, if all the other ones are in the wash, then I'll have to wear those and hold my breath. Okay, another one that I've had. This one I like a lot better. This one came from Amazon, and I think it was made in China. One thing that I like about this particular model is that the ear straps are comfortable. It's kind of like a stretchy elastic, but it's kind of feels more like fabric-y. I don't have textile vocabulary, so I'm kind of describing it just as it is. I may not be using the correct words to do it. I like that it has, usually the best face masks that you see will have these adjustable, either they'll use beads or this one uses these like rubber silicone stoppers. So that say if your ears are further back or they're further forward, if you have a longer face or something, you can adjust it to fit you. So that's one thing I like about it. Another thing I like about it is that it has a wire nose bridge. So that means that it'll give you a closer seal on the face. So I'm gonna wear this one. So as you can see, the fit is very good because as I was breathing in and out, you can see the mask moving in and out with me. So it does fit very well on the top because of this wire nose bridge. And then it does have a pocket on the inside, so you can put in a filter. This model came in a pack of 2. The other one has a cat face on it. I think it's in the car. And it did come with some disposable charcoal filters. I mean, I do try to be a little more sustainable, so I haven't used those disposable filters yet, so it's in the car. Maybe I'll try it once or twice. The only downside, so I guess the two downsides that I can think of for this particular model mask is that it's just a little bit short. I wish it would be able to come further down on my chin. I wonder if because it was made in China, maybe it was meant for like a more petite face. I am Asian, but I have a big head, so I don't know if that's an issue with me. So anyway, it's just sort of fit. That's an issue. It's just I would prefer if it would come a little bit further down, because it's fine if you're not really, if you're just going about, you know, scooping with your boxes and things. But if you're out and about and you have to speak to someone, you're moving your jaw and it will move the mask. Sometimes it moves the mask up and down, and then you have to readjust it with your hands. And again, you don't want to touch your face. So you want to get a mask where you don't have to touch your face. So that's another issue. One issue is just with design with these, when they have the wire nose bridge ones, they always wear out the fastest because the wire ends up poking out like it does right here. So then you have to replace the wire, or I'm not quite sure how to fix it yet. Once again, I'm not a seamstress. But that's just an issue with wires. So maybe they could design nose bridge wires that are just totally covered with plastic or silicone so that they don't poke out like that. Because that's, it's just a design issue with all face masks that have the wire nose bridges. But other than that, it works fairly well. I like everything else about it. This shoe, I think, came from the same, I think it was like a pack of two or something, came from the same seller, was also from Amazon, from a different seller. And these are also one of my favorite ones because they're very comfortable, and these are longer, so they do cover more of the face. One issue though is that they use these very thin wire straps. So as you can see with this one broke. I've been wearing these for years, so I mean, it's, you know, anything will wear out. So I guess I could try fixing that. I mean, again, I've been wearing these for years, so the fabric is starting to wear out. So I guess these might be time to retire these. But I like these just because, I mean, even though they don't have a wire nose bridge, the fit is fairly good all over my face. And they're comfortable to wear for a long time. I mean, they are very lightweight though. So it's, this is just 2 thin layers. And there's no pocket for a filter. So if you want to wear a filter, I guess you would have to just like put that on your face and then put this over this. I don't know. Anyway, I got these as dust masks again. So this was before the COVID pandemic broke out. But I like this one just because it's very comfortable. Again, particularly in the summer in Montreal, a lot of homes don't have air conditioning, so you could just be sweltering there, and you want to have a nice, comfortable, breathable mask so that you don't have to touch your face because you're uncomfortable and you're trying to constantly adjust it. This mask my mommy made for me. My mom is a retired seamstress and master tailor with a master's degree in textiles. And around the start of the pandemic, I had mentioned to her my experiences wearing a face mask, and she listened to me, and she also observed and listened to some nurse friends of hers. And then she designed her own masks and have been giving them to family and friends. So this mask design is very clever. So what it is you just put it over your neck like this. You can just wear it like this. And then these are adjustable, and you adjust the fit like this so that this goes up. Tie it like this. I don't know. It's my first time wearing this particular bun with this, so. Okay, take it off. And I do use this one a lot for grocery shopping because I find it's sometimes, you know, you're quickly taking things on and off. So that one I do that. Although I'm not sure if I would wear it as a face mask for scooping kitty litter just because the fit isn't as close as some of the other masks I have. So the great thing about this mask is that one thing I mentioned to her was that with these ear flaps, that if you're wearing them, and before the pandemic, I was only wearing these for say like 15 minutes to 60 minutes if there were some huge catastrophic mess I was cleaning up. And if you wear face masks for a long time, they end up digging into your ears and it's very uncomfortable. You get these red marks and it's very uncomfortable. So I was mentioning that to her that I found that the best face masks had very comfortable ear straps. So what her design is that don't even have ear straps, is that this ties in the back of the head so that you don't have to worry about that. So that is great. It took a little bit of getting used to how to put it on. I couldn't figure out how to put it on at first when she sent it, even though she's had my dad type up instructions. But now, yeah, I can use it. It's fine. So one thing though is that maybe I have a big nose, but this there's not quite enough room for my nose here. So in order to tie it so I have a proper fit, my nose gets squished. So it's not as comfortable to wear long term. But apparently I'm the only one who has that problem. Everyone else she's given them to has not had the problem. So maybe I'm just being picky, or maybe I just have a really big nose. But I do like it because it's durable. I have skirts that she made from this fabric too. So I like durability because it means you don't have as much waste. And otherwise I do like that it ties in the back so that it's not hanging off your ears. Because this I use for grocery shopping and things because, like, you know, you're waiting in line and then by the time you're out it could be 2 hours. So it's okay for longer wear even though my nose is smushed. But that's great. And then my favorite one is actually, I think the one I usually use is in the car, but I ordered more, so that's why I have these packets. My favorite one is from this seller in the US called Breathe Healthy. And the trouble with them is that they, my first one opens, is that they're so popular they keep selling out. So you have to like check their website every day. So I did order these even though with the exchange rate and shipping and the customs, it's like expensive, but they're the best. And the reason why is because so they do have the flexible nose bridge right here. So this is brand new, so that's why it's like it wasn't bent. These fit the best because they go all the way down to your chin. They have the adjustable. They improved the design too, actually, because the one I had bought a couple years ago used plastic beads that broke off, but now these are either silicone or rubber or something. So that's great. And these ear straps are very comfortable. They're kind of like shoelaces. They changed the design just a little bit. And the fabric is, it's kind of like close woven, but not totally airtight, like the impermeable one that I tried on at first. So okay, let's see if I can turn this on. But this company is my favorite because they're the most comfortable to wear. They're very well designed and very durable, so they lasted a number of years. I mean, they do still have but they might have improved it because I feel something a little different here. It feels a little bit wider. They had the same issue with the wire nose bridges, the wires coming out, but I still wore it anyway, even though it poked into my face because they were my favorite. So what you do with these is you just adjust the ties in the back. And just a little too much. And you can squish it into your nose so it goes all the way down to your chin. And the fit is really good. So yeah, so this is definitely my favorite. Very well designed, very well made, durable, and practical. Because the thing about these face masks is that, say, even if I have a very busy day of doing cat visits from morning till evening, not the evening, nowadays I stop earlier, but doing cat visits all day, you will still have to, you can't just wear the same face mask for the entire day. You'll have to switch out at least a couple times, just because, you know, the humidity from your breath can make you a little uncomfortable. Maybe you have to take it off to touch something, or you're somewhere else, you know, you want to break from wearing it while you're eating lunch, things like that. So you want to have, say, if you have to wear, if you're out and about all day, you want to have a few face masks that you can swap out during the course of the day. So that's why you need to have more than one, so that you can have, and just in case, you know, you accidentally touch your face or something, and then you're fine because you have a backup, a couple backups, more than one backup. Again, these are my favorites, even though, yes, they're coming from the US. But if you're in the US and not in Canada, where it seems like shipping is just so expensive, they have, like, I think it's like free shipping on if you buy $60 or something. I'm not affiliated with them at all. I really, really think that it's a very good product. So I did order a number of them, even though, again, shipping, customs, exchange rate, super unfavorable. But so far, out of the ones that I've encountered, these are the best. These, oh look, it's got paw prints, yeah. So, oh yeah, okay. And they had a new model now where these, instead of having ear straps, these are head straps. So I wanted to try it. So actually, this is my first time wearing it. Let's see how it goes. Because again, if you're wearing a face mask, you don't want to have to adjust it. So this way, this is supposed to make it easier to wear it for longer. It's not in your ears. Oops. Let's see if we can get it to fit. I think I only got one of these because I wanted to make sure it would fit before I got more than one. Okay. So yeah, so I don't know. I haven't worn it for a long time. This reminds me a lot of when I was swimming competitively and wearing swimming caps. For hours. So yeah, so that's another idea, similar to my mom's design, to have it go over the head so that way you protect your ears. I'm not sure about this though. I'd have to wear it a while first before deciding, because it seems like it might slip off. It kind of depends on what kind of hairstyle you're wearing. Again, I have a really big head, so maybe if I had my hair differently or something, or even like clamped it to the updo, that might help it stay on a little bit better. Because again, you want to have a very comfortable face mask that so that you don't have to touch your face. But again, these are my favorites. It's my favorite face mask company, because I like to plug good companies so that, you know, encourage good businesses so that they can continue doing good things. So this one is breathehealthy.com. So, and they have very good customer service. So I highly recommend them if you're looking for a good quality face mask, but they're not cheap, particularly if you're ordering from Canada. But I think the original one that I had gotten years ago, they had sold through Amazon.ca, I think, but I don't think they do that now because the demand is so high. So these I ordered directly from the website, and I got other ones too because they're so good. Because you never know how many, you feel like you don't want to run out, because there are going to be days when you're going to need a lot. At the current date, it's Friday, I think it's May, what's the date? Friday, May 29th. My business is still closed. I was ordered. I didn't have anything going on at the time, but I had made inquiries with the Ministère de l'Innovation et Économie, and they specifically told me twice to cease and desist all but telework operations during the pandemic. I think during the current gradual reopening procedures in Quebec, I believe, although I haven't gotten explicit confirmation, I did check with one of the local MPPs who haven't yet responded to me for explicit confirmation that they are allowing pet groomers to reopen in Montreal starting June 1st, 2020. And I'm not quite sure if that includes pet sitters and people who board pets as well as pet groomers. I mean, you know, pet sitting is kind of like a relatively professional pet sitting is a relatively new industry, so I can understand how they don't have explicit wording about that. Some of the other provinces do have explicit wording, including dog walkers and pet sitters, but I haven't found any yet with Quebec. But I am doing what I can to make sure that I'm developing safe protocols and procedures, although actually it's not going to change a whole lot with my own protocols because I'm already kind of a germaphobe and I already do a lot of the current recommended procedures to keep everyone safe. But I just want to make sure to just wait and see a little bit longer and not just jump right off as some people are doing. I know a lot of people want to go away to their chalets and go to see family who aren't nearby. But at the moment, at least, Cats and Hamsters is still closed for the pandemic. But hopefully, if things keep going as well as they're going, then I'll be able to reopen soon. But anyway, I hope that this video was helpful. I mean, I know a lot of people who are making their own masks or getting masks from family, like I did. But I think the most common issues I've seen with homemade masks from people who have gotten them from family and friends has been that they just don't fit very well. That the person has to constantly adjust them, particularly with the nose area. That seems to be a problem area. And also that they may fall off. So I think one recommendation I would have is that, as you can see with this design from thebreathehealthy.com, because they're so amazing, is that they just have a really long strap and then it's adjustable. Then they just add these are like, I think they're silicone, because the plastic ones do break off. They used to be plastic. Actually, I think these also came with plastic adjustable beads as well, but also broke off. So my suggestion would be, if you're having fit issues, is to just make the ear strap really long and use these adjustable beads to make them shorter. Because that's a lot better than having a strap that's too short and having it constantly pop off your face. Okay, so I have a feeling I'm going to be wearing these a lot more often. I've been like doing the social distancing and staying in isolation I've been taking it very seriously, so we've really just been going out to exercise and buy groceries. But I think as Quebec opens up, everyone is revving to go, and the weather heats up, that we'll be probably going outside a little bit more, so I'll probably be wearing more of these. I hope this was helpful, and if it was, please, please, please like, subscribe, and share this post. I also have a Facebook and Instagram account, and a website too if you're in the Montreal area and you are looking for pet care for your cat or small caged animals like guinea pigs, rabbits, hedgehogs. I saw an aquatic turtle once, hamsters, mice, oh, I'm forgetting chinchillas too, and ferrets. Okay, thank you for watching. This is Rachel Reisner from Cats and Hamsters in Montreal, Canada.